What's up, guys? My name is Corey Barrier, and I am the Sales CEO. And today, what I want to talk to you about is overcoming the fear of asking for the sale. Now, my first question to you would be, why do you fear asking for the sale? Well, it's very, very simple. It doesn't matter if you're a seasoned salesperson or if you're a new salesperson. The fear is still there. The fear remains, right? Or the fear remains no matter how good or great you get. Now, does it lessen? Is the impact less? For sure. And why is that, you think? Because when you focus on your craft, when you focus on what it is that you're trying to get better at, you practice it, right? You role play. You involve other people with your content, right? So, Corey, how am I supposed to get better in sales? Well, I'll tell you, practice. Just like I'm sitting here in front of you right now, in front of this camera, it's practice. It's practice, practice, practice. And I'm just going to tell you that it's going to change the way you sell. It's going to change the way you interact with your customers and your clients. If you don't believe me, just try it. I mean, you have zero to lose, right? So I promise you but here, look, I need to tell you this, and I need you to understand. Do not practice on your clients. Do not practice on your prospects. Do not practice with the people that you want to sell to, because why would you do that? Practice with somebody that's a family member. Practice with somebody that, you know what? Here's a good example, and I'm going to tell you a quick story. So on December 22nd, my buddy Callie and I, we started a room in Clubhouse. I had no idea where this app was going to go. I had no idea if I was wasting my time or not. And for many months, I questioned whether I was wasting my time or not. And we started out strong, 2 rooms a day, right? And what happened is I pulled back a little bit because it was a lot of work, first of all. Second of all, it took up a lot of time and I didn't really see the benefit. And so what I mean by that is it wasn't like I was knocking down, $2,500, $5,000 clients from Clubhouse. So, but what it did give me is the ability to speak to you now. And what that did for me is it's given me the ability to be able to now speak to you, 1, with confidence, 2, with the right things to say, right? Because I've done it so many times. Now, one would think, or you may be thinking to yourself, well, that's kind of practicing on your customer. Not really. Yes and no. Was I on stage? Was I being listened to by other people? Absolutely. But were they potential customers? Maybe. But when I say potential customers, I'm talking about your one-on-one clients. I'm talking about your one-on-one prospects. You do not want to start out trying to pitch them in a way that is not going to feel authentic, 1. And 2, you don't want to practice on them because you're going to drop the ball. You're going to mess up. And that's because, guess what? Tom Brady, how long does it take for a football play? 30 seconds? But guaranteed he spends hours and days and months and years practicing that same play, that same throw, that same pass, that same whatever. So, in a clutch moment, he can perform. So it's no different than sales, right? It's no different than what you do. It's no different than what I do. It doesn't make sense for me to practice on my clients. So one of the other ways that you can get over, or better yet, before I go there, I'm going to give you one other way you can practice. You can also practice by just opening your phone and doing videos just like this, right? Take after take after take after take after take. Now, is your first one going to be great? Nope. Is your 10th one going to be great? Nope. Is your 20th going to be great? Nope. Is your 30th going to be great? It's probably not going to be great, but it's going to be a hell of a lot better than it was when you started. It's going to be a hell of a lot better than it was from that first take. And so I would encourage you to take this strategy, use it now, because it will change how you perform in your job, in your sales position, in your business. Now, you may be thinking, well, I don't have time to do all that. And I don't want anybody to see these videos. I get that. I didn't say you had to send them anywhere. You just have to do the takes. I would also encourage you not to erase the takes, because you'll be able to go back in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days and see the difference that you've made in yourself. You'll be able to see the difference that you'll be able to see the improvement, right? You'll be able to see the change in yourself. So the fear of asking for the sale is really just something that's embedded in your own mind, really. It's not like people are going to punch you in the mouth, right? They may talk shit to you. They may not appreciate you knocking on their door. They may not appreciate you calling. But at the end of the day, what are they going to do? Nothing. And you know stupid ass non-soliciting signs? Those don't work either. Because guess what? Somebody made that thing up, printed a bunch of them, and sold them to everybody that would buy them. Kind of like some of the stuff we have going on in our country right now. So my point here is this. If you want to be different, if you want to be a better salesperson, then you've got to practice. You want to practice because you want to get better. You want to make more money. You want to make a bigger impact. Fill in the blank. Whatever it is you want to do, it takes practice. It doesn't matter what it is. Whether it's riding a bike, whether it's walking, whether it's driving a car, whether it's sales. It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. But what does matter is that you are putting in the reps. You know, again, it's no different than an athlete. Like, think about this. Professional athletes have coaches just like I coach salespeople. So there's zero difference. So if Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, needed Tim Grover to be one of their coaches, I'm pretty sure you as a salesperson need a coach. Now, you may be thinking, well, I'm not there yet. Well, that's because you haven't pulled the trigger. That's because you haven't made the decision to pull the trigger. You haven't made the decision to make it happen. And until you do, you're still going to be stuck. And I hate that for you, but it's the truth. And until times get hard enough, you won't do anything. Why? Because people move away from pain much faster than they move towards pleasure. And as unfortunate as that may sound, it's just the facts. I know for me, I do, right? And I know that, look, part of the fear could be around that, you could be disorganized in the back end of your business. You could be disorganized in your CRM, or you may not even be using a CRM. In fact, most salespeople probably don't even use a CRM. But I'd have you think for a moment the importance of something like that, right? And the confidence that it would give you going into a sale or making that next call for the follow-up if you have the information that you talked about prior to, opposed to it just being in your head like I've done for years, right? So, I'm just telling you these things because I've already done them. I've already been through them. I already know what the end result looks like. And it looks like a life of struggle. It looks like a life of not feeling like you are worth a damn. And so if you're tired of riding the highs and lows of your sales game, you need to up it. And the only way you can do that is find somebody that knows something about it more than you and learn from that person. And that's what I do. I work with frustrated business owners that despite their current successes and their previous best efforts, they're struggling. They're not growing as quickly and consistently as they'd like. And so, here's the other thing. You may not even identify as a salesperson. Now, if that's the case, we definitely need to have a conversation because everybody's a salesperson. I don't give a damn who you are or what you say. You've had to sell somebody on your idea at some point in your life, and I'm sure you've been successful at that. How many times? I don't know, but you've been successful at it for sure. So if you've had to bring somebody to your side of the table, so to speak, if you had to convince somebody to buy your product or service ever, or your kid to eat their broccoli, or your wife to do the laundry, whatever, doesn't matter, dude. It makes no difference. So, if you're tired of getting beat down because of the fear of not asking for the sale, this is your opportunity right now. Your opportunity right now is to click on the button below and get in touch with me, right? Or reach out to me, DM me. I'm you know where to find me. If you've got this by now, you know where to find me. So I would encourage you to do that because, look, it's this simple. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything. But if you want to get better in a quicker amount of time, you will make a move. And until you make that move, you're going to be stuck right where you are. So that's what I've got for you, folks. I am Corey Barrier. I am the Sales CEO, and I will see you on the other side.